Good morning, welcome to my boudoir. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World and it's time to get down to business. Hi, I'm Debbie from Debbie's World. It is Sunday the 11th of September. Sadly, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II passed away this week. Sending condolences and thoughts to her family. Never been the biggest royalist, but I'm sure there are lots of people who are sadly mourning the loss of their relative, and it's a sad situation all around, but she lived a good life and she achieved a great many things. And also my thoughts today go to those who lost family and friends in the attack on the Twin Towers back in 2001. Right, anyway, so that all being said, as you can see, we're in slightly different surroundings today. We are in my bedroom. That is because I have just had a session with my friend Claire, who's a hypnotherapist, and we usually come upstairs so that we can have a bit of peace and quiet. We do it over Zoom, peace and quiet and not be interrupted. But I'm going to talk more about Claire and her hypnotherapy session later. But being as I had all the iPad set up and everything, I thought I would jump straight on. I had the iPad set up for the Zoom session with Claire, and I thought I would jump straight on and do my weight loss vlog. So this is the top that I bought at Boundary Mill 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's a size 16, and it's a long line one. Let me step back a bit. Can you see that? So let me know what you think to that. I think it's a nice bright colours, nice length. It's a nice thickness as well. So now we're in that time where it starts getting a little bit cooler. It's nice, and it still looks bright and dry today. So hopefully we'll get out for a walk later. So first things first, how did I get on at group? So we're on Sunday the 11th of September, so I went to group on the Tuesday the 6th of September, and it's not great. I gained £2, and it was because Star Week arrived on that very morning. So I gained £2, I weighed 14 stone 3, and that's a total loss of 2 stone 9. So I know, whether you agree with this or not, I know from weighing myself during the week that weight came on basically on the Monday or Tuesday, and I know how on plan I've been, and I know that weight is purely due to Star Week, my period arriving, however you want to put it. You might think it's an excuse, you might think I've been secretly eating, but I can tell you that I haven't. I've been completely on plan. I've weighed myself during the week, whether you agree with it or not, and I know that weight came on Monday or Tuesday. So, all that being said, it's still a gain, but I know in my own body and how I feel and how much looser my clothes are, and how much fitter I feel and how much better within myself I feel, aches and pains notwithstanding, that something has shifted. I've taken more photos or had more photos taken of myself recently. You might have noticed that my avatar and pictures over on Facebook and Instagram have changed, and I also had another one taken yesterday that I actually felt was an okay photograph. There we go. That was yesterday at Eastrington Nature Reserve. A really nice area. So I think I'm feeling a bit more back into my sort of cheeky, thin-faced, dare I say it, self. And as I said like last week, I think the weight's gone from my face and the top part of my body. So, you know, as long as I film from here to here, we'll be alright, won't we? And I never have to show off this bit. This very wobbly, and that's where all my weight is, along with, look at that big bum. So there you go, that's where all the weight is. So I'm 14 stone 3, but I'm still hoping that I will see the next stone bracket on Tuesday. I know that's a little bit of a big ask, but hopefully, if that weight was just water weight, I'm owed a little bit more of a bigger loss. But we'll see. Let's not get too carried away. So I hope you're all doing really, really well. Before I go on, I have got some random things to show you that I've just picked up from the cupboards. But before that, let me talk about my hypnotherapy session with Claire. So we've had a bit of a break. But throughout the year, we've been doing some work on cravings, and we've been doing some emotional release work where I dive back into my past and try and release the emotions from traumatic events and memories. And this morning we've had another session, and quite a few months back I sent Claire a note of my Slimming World story, or my Slimming World journey, that I've had written up for quite a while. And within that note of my journey, I think there was something that really resonated with Claire, and it was talking about how when I was younger, my mum put a lock on the treat cupboard, and I think during all this time, Claire's thought that was one of the memories that needed some work. So we've worked on that this morning. And obviously it's very tied up with food and restricted eating, how some foods were banned, how I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and interestingly enough, when we were going through this memory and trying to release it, I had this sensation that my hands and ankles or feet were tied together, and I felt really restricted and confined, and Claire's helped me to release that feeling. So hopefully in the future we can continue to avoid this binge eating behaviour, and also release all these emotions around food. So yeah, and Claire is hopefully going to edit and put up the recording of that session sometime later today on her channel Slimming Stories. If she does, I will put a link in the description below, but I will probably also put links on my Facebook and Instagram, and in my link tree and in the description below there is a link to Claire's channel, so you can pop over and check that video out when it's out, and you can also check out Claire on her own Slimming World journey. I think she's going up to about a stone lost so far, although I haven't watched her latest video, but she's doing really well. So after that I was feeling a bit tired, but she did end with a bit of a motivating chat, so I think now I'm getting some of the mojo back, and this is why you see me up here in the bedroom and I've brought some things to show you. Now they are 5 random things that I have picked from my cupboard. No particular order. The first thing is plain couscous. Now you can get a box like this from Aldi or Lidl, possibly from other places as well, branded, but that's where I get it from when I go to one of those places. And basically I probably use 30 or 40 grams per portion, and then you add the same amount of water, fluff it up, and it's ready in 5 minutes. And it's free on Slimming World, obviously. And for an 80 gram portion, it's 277 calories, which seems quite high, but I think it's a good low calorie filling option, and it's very versatile as well. You can have it in a packed lunch, you can have it as a lunch at home, you can have it as an evening meal. And if you like things like overnight sweet couscous, which is seen as a tweak, it's not my favourite thing, but you could use it for that as well. If you follow Tracy Mouse or Katie Jane, they quite like the overnight couscous with yoghurt as a breakfast. But that's an idea, and it's always worth having in the cupboard because it's quick and easy. Second thing, I know I've shown this before as well, but it's basically what I'm having for dinner today, is mackerel fillets in tomato sauce. This is a Morrison's one, but Aldi have their own brand, Co-op have their own brand, and Prince's, which is a brand, and I think you'd have to please do check, but most of the tins that are in tomato sauce are free on Slimming World. And have it with a big salad or a jacket potato or couscous. Really nice and filling, and it's reasonably cheap as well. So mackerel fillets, and it's something I've only discovered on this journey. I didn't really have this last time, but I do like it, and oily fish is good for you. It says high in omega-3. Another, probably related actually, is tuna chunks in brine. I've had this a couple of times lately. I like to have it like as a tuna crunch. So I do use mayonnaise, and like mayonnaise and count the sins, but if you want to save sins you can use fromage free, fat-free Greek style yoghurt, or quark, and you can add anything you like in speed vegetables or salad. Chickpeas are free, they're nice and they add some protein. Spring onion, celery, sweet corn and peas, they're both free. Cucumber I would have on the side, I wouldn't normally have in, but peppers, red onion, what else have I added in the past? Plenty of salt and pepper, something like mixed herbs, or some of the more fishy like dill or parsley, and a little tiny bit of sweetener, because I do have a sweet tooth. Or if you're a fan of green beans, you could try adding those. I'm not, but yeah, make a big tuna crunch and have that with a side of green leaves and whatever you don't fancy in the tuna itself, put on the side as a salad. Or the other thing I've had a couple of times lately is tuna melt. So use your healthy bee choice for wholemeal bread or bread roll. Top it with something like tomato puree if you like, and then again mix your tuna with your mayonnaise or your quark or whatever you want to use. Add in some things like tomatoes, or just have it plain, or have a salad on the side, and then top with your healthy extra 8 of cheese. And it's really nice, and it feels like a treat, because I used to really like Marks and Spencer's tuna melt, which would be astronomical in the calories, but you can have a slightly modified version of it on plan with Slimming World. yeah, tuna, very versatile as well. The other thing I've been absolutely loving lately is baby beetroot. This is Baxter's, but this is actually from Aldi. I'm assuming you can get anywhere. And actually, I prefer this to sliced beetroot. I find it softer. And obviously you do slice it. It comes in, you can't really see. Can you see that there? It comes in like big balls, if you like, pickled in, where does it say? Where does it say it? I've just seen it. Pickled in sweet malt vinegar. Each one of our freshly harvested beets is hand selected for quality. We gently steam the beetroot and then pickle using our special recipe to deliver a truly delicious taste. And this is speed as well. And it's just really nice for a bit of moisture in your salad, or in your, if you wanted to add it into your couscous or your tuna, you just get a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of moisture as well. And so nice. I love beetroot. And that is another thing that I didn't really eat before Slimming World. I did have it on my last journey and I did get as obsessed as I'm getting with it this time. But it's really nice. And the last thing is peppermint tea. These are from Aldi. Sorry, I don't have the top actually. Where is it? Diplomat Peppermint Tea. There we go. That should be the right way. And it's just tea bags. Leave the tea bag in is my biggest tip. And if you usually take sweetener in tea or coffee, then perhaps try adding a tablet of sweetener. But it's really nice if you're feeling a little bit bloated, or if you're not feeling the tea or the coffee so much, or you just want something to pass the time, a little bit of hot drink. Really nice to get those fluids in, peppermint tea. And you can get more expensive ones, you can get cheaper ones. I do have a bag of fresh leaves, and I get the teapot out if I'm feeling really posh. And obviously it just takes a little bit of time, so you can sort of have a little bit of a distraction, having a big teapot and a cup of tea and the little a mug and the little thing that you use, strainer, to not have any leaves in your tea. Really good, really super distraction for the hands. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to show you this week. I made some rice pudding with, I won the raffle at Slimming World this week, so that was one little thing. It was oats, almond milk and berries, and a little tub to put the overnight oats in. I didn't use the almond milk to make overnight oats, I used yoghurt, but I did make overnight oats this week, and I have made rice pudding with the almond milk, so that's really nice. I used, I think it's about 120 grams of pudding rice, a litre of almond milk, and some sweetener and some cinnamon. Now, I am not going to tell you the sins or the healthy extra A's for almond milk, because you need to check that yourself, because they're all different and we all need to make our own decisions about whether we're going to use the almond milk. Would either need to be sinned or used as part of a healthy extra A, and you would need to work that out yourself. I don't feel confident enough at the moment to sort of share any more than that, but it was really nice. It was a really nice pudding and it was a real change, because you can get fed up of yoghurt and fruit. I will say that. Let's just have a quick little look what else I've had this week, but we are getting on to 20 minutes already. I got a smoked gammon joint from Aldi last weekend, and I did it in the slow cooker, and actually when I've cut it up it's become more like pulled pork or pulled gammon. So I had some of that with half a bag of vegetable rice from Aldi, the Aldi beef kebabs, and there's the rice pudding there that I had yesterday, really nice. There's the golden vegetable rice from Aldi, that's 1 sin for the whole packet. There's the overnight oats look that I made. So I've had another good week leading up to this week's weighing. Oh yes, and did I say last week that I was going to make the leek and pea frittata. So that's the leek and pea frittata from the magazine. Really nice with a salad. And where's the other thing I said I was going to make? There's the Tuna Crunch as well. I'll just make that a bit bigger. So you can see I've got Tuna Crunch there with chickpeas, onion, peppers, and then on this side I've got the green leaves, cucumber, tomatoes and beetroot. Really nice. So that's it for this week. £2 on, but I'm quite sure that it's going to disappear again, hopefully taking some more pounds with it. Thank you to Claire for offering me to some hypnotherapy sessions. Do go and check her channel out if you've not already. She's really helped me with feeling freer from my emotions and all the things connected to food. But please let me know how you're getting on. Oh, I nearly forgot. We better do a nice or nasty. Now because I'm up here, I'm trying not to look. There we go. I think that's in shot. Can you see what it is? Not entirely sure what that was. Not entirely sure. What colour was it? It didn't taste. I think it was watermelon. I'll have a look and I'll put it on the screen. It tasted a bit, it did have a slight taste of dirt to it. I think they're all merging together, to be honest. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, your comments, and I hope we can all go out and enjoy a little walk later on in the day. Enjoy the last of the sunshine, enjoy the weekend, enjoy as much as you can any time off we get for the Queen's funeral, and just try and be positive. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.